Hi, I'm Alan Breznick. I'm at ANGA COM in Cologne, Germany, here in late May. And I'm speaking to Cyrille Morelle from VeEX. Hi, Cyrille.
How are you, Alan?
All right, very good. So tell us, what's new with VeEX?
So quite a few things actually this year. So we have, of course, our VeSion platform that has been growing even more. We have added Ethernet to it,
right,
where we are able to do the MPEG monitoring over Ethernet, what feeds the modulators. We are able to do business class services certification. We added, of course, the PNM forward with a full band capture that is available now with 3.0 and 3.1 modem.
Right.
We have, of course, our new spectrum analyzer, that is a 3 gig spectrum analyzer. Our 3.1 offering that is growing, our Wi-Fi, new 100 gig product, a new channel, DWDM, CWDM checker, so quite a few things. We're very impressed with the team that is working for VeEX. We did a lot of new product this year.
Well, is that all?
Yeah, that's about it.
So, in North America, a lot of the cable shows are dying or disappearing, but here, ANGA seems to be doing it very, very well. What's your perception of ANGA?
So actually, ANGA is growing every year, and I've been coming as a very good client of ANGA for the last 5-6 years with the team and so forth, and we've seen growing. So this year, it's a new halls, much better visibility. The light is much better, and you can see that it's growing. It's growing, and the quality of the people that are coming is really impressive. We're really impressed with the discussion that we have with different service operators and so forth. And it's not only cable. You'll be surprised, there's actually a lot of non-cable operators that are coming to the show as well.
I've seen satellite people and broadcast people.
Yes,
okay,
that's correct.
So why do you think this show is growing in the US and North America in general? They're dying out.
I think you go into cycle, and I think what you have is people, it's always a question of budget. And in North America, as you know, with all the consolidation that we have seen, there's not as many people coming to the show. It's not that you don't have as many customers coming to the show. You just have less people because technically, as a base, you have less customers. And in Europe, that's already happened, and now you're on a new cycle, but actually, they want to talk about new technology. They want to see what is new. They want to understand and make sure that we do the right decision for the network. Okay.
Well, speaking of new technology, you mentioned a little bit about DOCSIS 3.1. Tell us about what kind of progress you're seeing with DOCSIS 3.1 now.
So 3.1, and I don't want to paraphrase some of our key leaders in the 3.1, but it does work very, very well. And I think like all the operators that have started to play with that and deploying it, they realize that actually it's a very good technology, because actually even if you don't even look for the higher speed or going to this higher bandwidth, you do have with 3.1 a better service. And it's actually cheaper to deploy 3.1 than it is to deploy the other technologies.
Right.
And unfortunately for us, as I mentioned earlier, you don't need as much testing, right, because it's so robust and so well, working so well together.
You're going to have to do things to mess it up a little bit. So you
give some bad cable.
That's right. So we're seeing a lot of demonstrations of Remote PHY here. What's your sense of Remote PHY and distributed access architecture in general? What kind of role that's going to play?
So that's a very interesting question. So Remote PHY, and again, from our side, the way that we understood it, Remote PHY was really designed to go actually as the evolution of 3.1 and the CCAP platform when you are into a Node+0 architecture.
Right.
Where you actually will push your CMTS farther to the customer, so you have less customer per CMTS, more bandwidth, and so forth.
Fiber deep and all that stuff.
But actually, with what I said earlier, and how good 3.1 is, actually a lot of, especially in Europe, where you have a lot of cascade network, they're seeing Remote PHY actually as just an evolution, and instead of putting it on a Node+0, we're still putting on a Node+3, +4, +5, and that brings a lot of new problems, because if you're on a Node+0, okay, yes, I would like to sell you a sweep system, but really you're going to sweep a piece of cable. It's not going to change. You know already how it is. Now, if you're on a Node+2, Node+3, Node+4, where you have amplifiers, then you need to balance them. So you do need to bring sweep and, of course, monitoring. But the monitoring, you can debate that you can do it with a PNM and so forth. So there's ways of doing that. Not always, because we are in the business of selling monitoring system. But Remote PHY with a sweep, you really need to sweep the network, because you will have all these amplifiers that you need to balance.
So this should be a real boon to your European business.
Yes, we hope.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Cyrille.
Thank you, Alan.
All right.
See you next year.
Absolutely.